Let's explain why we are so scared about today's news. Why do people in these markets think these prices are going down? Coin prices are leveling off around $95,000, which is not too far from their all-time highs. In addition, and this is even better, the US government is telling Ripple and all of us that we are very close now and that this is a very important time. They are also flying out XRP and ETF everywhere. Everything is getting very close to being tokenized, which is what BlackRock and Ripple have been working toward for a while now. That's why, I'm not sure if it's true, but I think BlackRock wants the SEC to end this lawsuit with Ripple and XRP, though of course in a roundabout way. Anyway, to start, Republican Bill Huizenga, a key figure in financial regulations, told Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse that he is so glad to be a part of these important conversations, now, and over the years. He thanked him and the rest of the Ripple team for their work over the years, and said that we are now within striking distance. Which is great news. But that's not all. Brad Garlinghouse just got back from a trip to meet with members of Congress and administration officials. Ripple's head of public policy and government law called this trip a turning point for the digital asset industry. With all of these big changes, I don't understand why people are only thinking about the short term. The outlook for this market and XRP is very positive, and this is partly because Ripple meets with congressmen, administration officials, and even Trump himself on a regular basis. As a result, people are quickly becoming more optimistic about XRP. XRP is not a security, as shown in a filing for an XRP ETF with the SEC. This is just one of many examples. MEMX US Securities Exchange is one of these new customs though. The interesting thing about this XRP ETF filing is that it is called a commodity-based trust. This means that the MEMX exchange is asking for an XRP ETF commodity-based trust. If this goes through, it would put XRP in the same group as the spot Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum ETFs that were launched in the US last year. The truth is that MEMX exchange can get away with this now that the SEC has officially recognized XRP as a commodity, even though it was not directly called a commodity. That being said, the list of MEMX Exchange Association, or people who support this exchange, might be even more important. From JP Morgan to Jane Street to Morgan Stanley, UBS, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, which already works with Ripple, Charles Schwab, Citi, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs and of course BlackRock, the big one. Matthew Brennan, who is in charge of US ETS at BlackRock and is also on the MEMX board, agrees. Giving up on an XRP ETF because XRP is being called a commodity in a roundabout way, and the SEC doesn't seem ready to pick winners and losers right now. There's also a good chance that a lot of ETF entries will happen very soon. We're going to take advantage of this chance to get ahead of the game. Do you want to know more? In this CF community, we offer private live streams, in-depth study, and trades that have already paid off multiple times with some as big as a 25x return. We also offer a lot more. Right now you can check it out for free. The links are in the text below. To continue, the SEC's most recent report with MasterCard shows that they are actively using blockchain in their network. It's very important to know that MasterCard has announced that 30% of all purchases are now tokenized. By working on supporting blockchain ecosystems and digital currencies, they hope to find ways to open up new blockchain-based business models. I quote MasterCard. We integrate with financial institutions, using the MasterCard multi-tenant network to enable programmable payments. This helps make transactions safer, more scalable and more irreversible in blockchain ecosystems. People can buy cryptocurrencies on our cards and use the funds anywhere our brands are accepted because we work with a lot of crypto players. For those of you who don't know who MasterCard is, that means they're talking about the whole world. MasterCard is the second largest payment company in the world, after Visa. Their brand is known all over the world, so they want to offer crypto payments to their customers and consumers all over the world. They may be using XRP's technology, since they are currently working with XRPs to support CBDCs and bring international financial transactions up to date. So 30% of all MasterCard transactions are being tokenized, possibly through Ripple and XRP. This makes me even more sure that BlackRock wants XRP ETFs very soon and for the SEC to drop the lawsuit as soon as possible. This is because BlackRock's CEO Larry Fink has said many times that he wants the SEC to quickly approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks, and Debbie Fink has said the same thing. Tokenizing stocks and bonds would save more people money because it would lower the cost of owning stocks and bonds. These are the kinds of financial changes we need. And Ripple wants the same things as them. They're going to help China's asset management start the first tokenized retail money market fund in the Asia-Pacific region. This is Standard Chartered. The first tokenized retail money market fund is set to start by the end of February, or in 10 days. Standard Chartered will be the digital asset service provider for this fund. It's also great to see that Ripple is working with Standard Chartered. This is what financial companies want, and what Ripple is trying to give them: tokenization. This is what the market will be all about in the future. Which gardening helps with is talked about in this chat. Please listen more closely. I'll give you 2 examples. One is something Ripple is interested in, and we talk a lot about. I think that making real-world assets more accessible and tradable through tokenization is good for the global economy, consumers, businesses and institutions. The question is how quickly, in which jurisdictions, and where does it happen the fastest. But I'm a firm believer, and again, when people come up with crazy ideas like, what about tokenizing this, I'm like, okay, I can see why that might make sense to a certain investor class or something. Just this is why smart money. The financial companies know that XRP is worth a lot more than what it is currently worth. The message in this piece is still true today, even though it was written before XRP went from 50 cents to over $3. According to the Atlantis Press article, they have almost no worries and are very sure about how much XRP will be worth in the future. This is because very few cryptocurrencies have direct statements from financial institutions stating how sure they are about their future worth. XRP is going to go through the roof, and every day we learn more about it from official documents and from other people in the Coin Factory CF group. Here's the link to the video if you're interested. Remember to learn for the short term and think about the long term. And I'll see you in the next one.